Oh man. Well, we're live. So I edited the stream, so now I should have less latent. Well, not latency. What is it? Less. Uh. What do you call it? Like, I guess it's latency. Like the. Oh no, I gotta look to see exactly what it's called. Yeah, latency. I've got ultra low latency, so that means I can see what you guys type faster instead of there being like, does anyone have any questions? And then me waiting like 45 seconds or 30 seconds to see it. Ultra low, it says I should receive like messages faster, so I don't know what that means. I don't know if that means like 5 seconds immediately, but anyway, so this is live. Kind of scary, I guess. Oh boy. So I started a new job last Monday. Without giving the location name or business or whatever. Without giving the name of the business, it's a warehouse factory slash plant job where I drive around what's called a roll grab, which is a machine that grabs rolls. I know how very descriptive. It's far from what I'm used to. I mean, I'm used to doing like retail and pharmacy, so this is hopefully gonna end up being something good. So far, so good. I can at least do this for a while, and then I can see whether or not I want to switch and do something else, or potentially this could end up being a career move. I mean, it could possibly be a good, decent career, but it's something that I'm going to be doing at least for the next year or so. I need to kind of stabilize my life, where I've been in and out of work for the past couple of months. Having a nice paycheck every 2 weeks would be okay. Anyway, so I guess I can describe how my week was while I wait for people to join. I know I had this. I decided to do this live fireside chat, kind of impromptu. I didn't give any notice or anything. Mainly because I didn't think I'd be doing this today. But then I just completed 2 videos. I just uploaded a space video, which not doing so well on the views. But I did a space video, and then I should have another video coming out tomorrow for Tales from Retail. I just completed that one too, so I can kind of have a buffer zone, because next week I work 4 12-hour shifts, Monday through Thursday. So after work, not sure I want to make a video, spend 2 hours making a video. So I've got that video just in case I need some sort of buffer time to come out with videos, because last week I think I made 2 videos. Yeah, I wasn't expecting last week to be as hectic as it was. I knew I was going to be working Monday. Go in at 8 o'clock in the morning for training. That's all I knew going in Monday. So I didn't know if I was going to be doing training Monday and then come in for work the next week or whatever. So I didn't know what to plan. Now I kind of know what to plan, and I know I need to kind of make videos ahead of time so I can kind of, plug them in when I need to, when I just don't feel like hopping on my computer. But Monday, I sat in there from 8 o'clock till 4:30, just training, just safety videos, like Don't explode yourself. Wear your eye protecting gear. Sexual harassment's a bad thing. You know, just typical HR training stuff. And then the next day, Tuesday, from 8 a.m. to, I think we ended up getting out there like 5:45. So we're like 10 hours of, well, it was like, well, actually training that day wasn't as bad. It was like 5 hours of training and 5 hours of, no, wait. Oh, I'm thinking about Wednesday. See, the days started bleeding together last week. So Tuesday was another 8 o'clock to 6:30 training. Yeah, we're like, oh, save us. And then we were done with at least the paper part of training and like safety and stuff. So Wednesday when we go in, they were teaching us oh shoot, sorry, someone commented on a video. Aren't posts like this HIPAA violations? What are you talking about? Yeah, I'll comment on that later. I'm very careful about doing HIPAA violation stuff, so yeah, never mind. That's not a thing. I'll comment on that later. Anyway, what was I saying? So Tuesday was training. Wednesday we come in and we have to learn forklift training. Oh joy, which was it was 5 hours of us reading from a book and watching videos about how what not to do with forklifts. Just more mind-numbing stuff. Granted, I'm getting paid for all this, so I'm okay with it. At least as far as, you know, like, having to do it. I understand they have to have me do it, but I'm getting money for it, so whatever. So 5 hours of that. It's 1 o'clock now, and we can finally, like, get on a forklift, or in my case, that roll grab machine. And they had me... The guy that was teaching me the controls didn't teach me the controls right. He told me how it operates. Forklifts operate kind of like a bumper car. The wheels that turn are from the back, but you know, you've got the steering, you've got the brake, you've got the gas, so that is the same, but the way it handles is different. It's like a bumper car. So he taught me half of the controls, and then they gave me a junk paper roll and said, go have fun with this, go learn the controls. Which they didn't teach me all the controls, which made me frustrated, because I'm sitting here trying to... Now, these paper rolls are like 6 feet tall. They're really heavy. They're like 4,000 pounds. I don't know how many kilograms that'd be. What, 4,000 kilograms or something? No, it's the opposite. It'd be like 8,000 kilograms? I don't know. Pounds, kilograms, whatever. That's about 6,000 pound rolls. And they just told me to go out in the parking lot and have fun with it. So that's what I did for like 3 hours. Just trying to pick up the paper roll horizontally, put it down on the ground, try to pick it up so it doesn't roll, and then like lay it down horizontally. And yeah, it was frustrating at first because they didn't teach me all the controls, and I didn't know what some of the buttons did, and I pushed one of the buttons and I'm like, oh wow, so that's what it does. Oh, if I would have known that. So that was interesting. I go in Thursday, and they took the paper roll away from me because I destroyed it. Well, I didn't destroy it. I mean, it was a junk paper roll, but they had to clean it up. Apparently, for each, like, layer of that roll, it's equivalent to, like, $1. So I totally destroyed, like, $40 worth of paper that day. But whatever, I was just playing around with the thing. I was having fun. They didn't really care, but they were like, we're gonna take this away from you. Because my actual training starts Monday. So Tuesday I go in, and I'm introduced to a couple of other people, like the foreman of the plant, I guess. I called it a factory, and I was corrected, and I was told, no, it's a plant. I'm like, okay. So apparently there's a difference between a factory and a plant. I don't know what that is, but I now have to call it a plant. Anyway. So I go and talk to Boss Man, the foreman guy. Everyone that I've had interactions with have been, you know, pretty nice. They seem pretty laid back. Typical good old boys. I hate that term because it makes them sound like rednecks, but no, they're really nice, down-to-earth people. Anyway, so I go talk to Boss Man, and he says, well, no, this was Wednesday. Wednesday, I go talk to Boss Man, and he says, well, we have you scheduled for how many hours you work so far? I forgot how many hours. It was like 30 hours. He's like, well, we want you to get your full hours, so we'll have you come in Thursday and Friday for 8 hours, too. Because at this job, apparently 1 week I work 48 hours, 4 12-hour shifts. And the next week I work 36 hours, 3 12-hour shifts. And then it just rotates like that back and forth. So he's like, well, just come on in Thursday and, you know, we'll get you your hours. So I go in Thursday. And from 8 a.m. till 5 p.m. Oh, no, that day was, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Literally all I did was just drive that thing around. They told me, like, they have the rolls stacked 3 high, 2 and 3 high. So they said, well, don't worry about the 3 high rolls right now because, I mean, they're 6 feet high apiece. So that's 18 feet high, those paper rolls, and 6,000 pounds. Like, yeah, don't worry about that right now. Mainly probably because they didn't want me crushing people. But just grab them 2 high, and you can pick them up and put them down on the ground, and then pick them up off the ground, put them back on top, so you can get a feel about how the machine works. I'm like, okay, what else do you want me to do? Oh, you can just drive around. So, all day Thursday, I was just picking up paper rolls and putting them on the ground, and then putting them back up on top of them, and just driving around, literally doing nothing productive. But that's what they wanted me to do. I was like, okay, yeah, I mean, if that's what you want me to do. So by the time like 3:30 was rolling around, I'm like, oh, get me out of here. This is torture. And I felt like I was in the way, but they kept on reassuring me. It's like, nah, you're not in the way. I'm like, okay. I mean, nice people so far. So Friday, wait, what is today? Sunday? Friday, 2 days ago, rolls around, and I get there. I think I went in at 9 o'clock that day, 9 to 5. So I go in at 9, and I'm on the roll grab for like a half hour, and I'm like, oh, I can't do this for another 8 hours today. So Boss Man wasn't there, but the boss man under him was there, and I just go up to him and I say, hey, I mean, if you want me to, I mean, I've been just driving around this thing, playing around for the past 2 days, or yesterday and today, and they said that they're gonna have me come in for like actual training Monday, but I'm literally just gonna be back there playing around on this machine, and I feel icky about just playing around and getting paid for, because I feel like that's stealing. Is there something productive you could have me do? Like I could sweep or clean the machines or do something like that. And again, the guy's really nice. He says, well, there is some value in just having you drive around and playing on the machine all day. I mean, you get kind of used to the machine, and, you know, the more you're on it, the more comfortable you're with it. And I just tell him, yeah, but I've got the hang of driving forward and backwards, turning around on that thing. If that's what you want me to do, I'll do it. But, I mean, I just don't think that I'm going to be learning much doing that. Said, well, okay, well, we'll have you work on the shredder then. I'm like, okay. he asked me, well, have you ever worked a shredder before? And I'm like, you mean like an office shredder? It's like, yes, similar concept. Follow me. And he walks me over onto the plant floor and has me go up to this machine that's about the size of probably about 1.5 cars side by side. It's a pretty big machine, and it has a conveyor belt. Like, this is our shredder. And I'm supposed to put, and he shows me the cardboard, and I swear to you, the cardboard, they have a lot of cardboard that they shred. Now, granted, they recycle the cardboard. It goes through this conveyor belt to these metal, huge steel bars blades that shred them up. And then it gets sucked up into a vacuum that shoots outside to this collecting bin. And then they take that and they send it back to the paper mill, and then they reuse it for paper. So it's not going to waste or anything like that. But man, they have a ton of cardboard that they wanted me to shred. And I was there for 7 hours shredding cardboard. It was warm in that place too. I went through. They give us free water bottles, like these 24-ounce water bottles. They're refrigerated. I went through like 5 of those things that day. I was sweating to death, but I was being productive. I think I'd rather do that and be productive than just sit on my ass and get paid. At least I feel better doing that. So that's what I did. Shredded cardboard. I even towards the end there were some Young Living boxes, and I'm like, oh man, I should take a photo of this and put it on Twitter, for the boys, because the whole MLM stuff. But then I'm like, well, they probably, if it ever got back to me, that wouldn't look good. If I'm like, yeah, shred this Young Living box, yeah, take that, MLMs, and then they say, was this an employee of your business? Well, we don't want to do business with you again. Oh, okay, and fired. So I had to call an audible there and decided against it. But that was my week. A bunch of training, playing around on basically a forklift, and shredding boxes. So it's getting close to my bedtime now, because my hours this week are 4:45 in the morning to 5 p.m. So yeah, bedtime is coming early for me now. So 4/12s, or I guess it would be, what would that be, because the extra 15 minutes on those days, so it'd be like 49 hours, and they do pay overtime, so that's nice. And then I've got a week off, a full week off, which I won't know what to do with myself. I'll be making videos, probably go in and get some extra overtime because they say it's always available. Probably may take a couple of days off, go into work a couple of days, and then be off for the rest of the time. But it looks like it's a place where I can make some decent money, get myself back on the feet. Well, anyway, like I said, this is kind of an impromptu stream. I didn't want to go too long. I don't see anyone else joining me right now. Probably because I just kind of did this kind of on a whim. But anyway, so I'm going to end the stream now. So if you decided to watch this, thank you for joining me. More videos are coming. One's probably going to be, well, one is going to be coming out tomorrow. I don't know if it's going to be the one I made or if I'm going to make a new one tomorrow. But there's going to be another video tomorrow, and now I know I got to kind of keep up on making those videos so I don't go so many days in between making them. Anyway, thanks for joining me, and I will see you guys in another Fireside Chat video thing. Until then, later, kids.